Hey, it's Giguk, and you're watching Pixel Party Pals. Woo! I got it right on my first take.
Right, hey guys, how we doing? Back on the video from Giguk, and today we're checking out You Missed 2021's Best Anime. Now, I do believe this is about Oddtaxi, just because of the thumbnail. And if you've not seen Oddtaxi, I really highly recommend it. I'm struggling for stuff to watch this season, so I've gone back and I binged Oddtaxi. As soon as I started, I was like, whoa, it's such a good watch. It's absolutely amazing, and I do believe Mother's Basement has done a video covering the OP, like what's in an OP video, so I'm checking that out as well. I absolutely loved it, so let's see what Giguk has to say on it, shall we? Because if you've not seen it, the way it ends as well, it's just like, ah! The characters are so likeable.
Nowadays, it's getting rarer and rarer that a new anime becomes a so-called hidden gem.
Yeah.
Everything's being watched, everything's being reviewed.
But not many people talked about Oddtaxi this previous season, man.
Here are the actual good shows, and here are the ones that didn't quite meet the hype.
Promise that one sucked.
World where freaking everything is good. So you've got
Tokyo Revengers 86, Tarantino-esque, everyone was talking about that, yeah.
Simply because people are watching other great shows that simply had more initial hype behind them.
Yes.
I mean, I've been doing anime YouTube for like over 10
To Your
years
Eternity,
now,
everyone's talking about it.
Just need a little bit more of a push to get
Vivi.
the recognition they deserve, because it's such an easy sell. Like for example, I can say, "Are you watching Vivi?" and you're like, "No." And then I say, "Why not?" It's like a cross between Violet Evergarden, The Terminator, and Nier Automata,
Whoa.
made by the same guy who did ReZero. But then you're like, "Okay," but so then I show you this.
Whoa! Oh my god, yo! Whoa! Oh! Jesus! Oh! Why have I not watched this? Oh my god, I need to check it out right now! Holy crap, what is going on? Whoa!
Like, alright then. Guess I'm watching Vivi. But
Yeah.
something you can't just show a cool summarize in one clickbaity tagline, but you know that if you just convince someone to give it a chance, they're gonna think it fucking slaps.
Everything
That's
is just
basically
amazing.
Oddtaxi is one of those series where you watch one episode and you're like, hey, this seems pretty cool, I might give this a watch, but let me see what else is on offer first. Hey, what was this about again? Because that's exactly what happened to me, but thankfully, being a good old Nihon resident, this series was inescapable. If you ever rode a taxi in the last 6 months in Tokyo, hey guys, it's a series called Oddtaxi about a taxi driver.
Oh wow!
So let's put it on the back of every taxi in Tokyo.
That's sick!
Genius! Actually, you know what? That was fucking genius.
That is
So I wanted
genius!
to watch it, and if I didn't, I would have missed one of the most engrossing anime on
It's such a good story.
Some of the best writing I've seen in a while. Welcome to
Yeah.
the underbelly of Tokyo, the backdrop for a cast of colourful characters that seemingly have nothing to do with each other. An enthusiastic college student looking for any way to get viral, a desperate bachelor who
he just wants to find love.
A nurse with a secret of her own, a sleazy gangster looking to please his boss. There's an idol group and their biggest fan, a stand-up comedy duo, a corrupt cop, and somewhere
They
in the
all
middle,
intertwine, it's
there's a
boss.
mysterious girl who's just gone missing somewhere in the city. But what's all this got to do with anything? What initially seems like a group of unrelated characters on their own journey slowly starts to interconnect. As the mystery is unraveled, their paths start to intertwine with each other.
Yeah.
Right at the center of all this, there's one single taxi driver who's
Oddtaxi.
fucks to give. It can be hard to tell what the hook of this show is meant to be or what the show is even about at the beginning because you are introduced to so many different things that seemingly have nothing to do with each other.
and then...
But it's one of those shows where if you have the patience to stick around, you'll be rewarded as
Oh, it pays off, man. Oh my god.
Getting connected. Nothing is there for show. Everything has a purpose. For those who pay attention, you might even be able to make sense
The
of it
Eraser.
or it's
The Eraser!
This is a mature mystery thriller that's often been compared to Tarantino movies, and honestly, I absolutely agree.
Sick.
Not just with the format of presenting a grand narrative with a bunch of interconnected characters, but just the feel of the whole thing. There's just something about the dialogue in Tarantino movies that is so addicting. You hear these characters talk, and it just doesn't sound like your typical movie dialogue.
No.
It feels so natural, yet it's not exactly realistic either. You know, as much as I would like to think I can have Tarantino-esque dialogue with the boys on Saturday
In the Trash Tapes podcast.
It's as if you get a snapshot of the optimized version of naturally occurring dialogue. You recognize the conversations, but there's a certain rhythm to it. People are on the top of their game. Everyone says exactly the right thing at the perfect time to say it. It's like conversational poetry. And Oddtaxi captures this energy perfectly. It's witty, it's snappy, it's human conversation.
You're the guy that just raps everything.
Sometimes it'll throw a curveball at you. Like you could have two characters having this deep, intimate conversation. This guy's telling this girl to stay away from him. It's unsafe.
Yep.
He has dangerous people.
Please, I don't want to see
He's
anymore.
involved in something bigger than himself, and for her own good, she shouldn't be involved with him. And in response to that, this happens.
Oh yeah, the capoeira. I was laughing at that. Whoa.
What? Everything about this show exudes this energy of an indie anime. I mean,
Hey,
it's not.
becomes handy later as well.
But it just somehow feels so vastly different from your usual otaku-based seasonal anime. Pulp Fiction, No Country for Old Men, Taxi Driver. Before thinking of other anime this is comparable to, these are the things that come to mind when I think of what Oddtaxi is like. So what is it about the writing that makes this show stand out? You may have heard the term Chekhov's gun. The concept where no element in the story that is presented to the viewer should be unnecessary. In the words of
Everything
Chekhov
makes
himself,
sense
if you
in
say
it.
the
It's
first
so
chapter,
clever.
there's a rifle hanging on the wall. In the second or third chapter, it absolutely must go off. If it's not going to be fired, it shouldn't be hanging there.
Even the bloody ornament hanging in the taxi, like, pays off at the end.
I'm sure you've all watched or read a story where a big plot element was set up and introduced that didn't actually lead anywhere or mean anything at the end, and you're just left there thinking, so, wait, what the fuck was the point of Bran being able to possess animals again?
Yeah.
The reason I bring this up is because, unfortunately, Oddtaxi doesn't have a Chekhov's gun. That's right, he has a fucking Chekhov.
Yeah, everything goes off, man.
Convention is getting tried at the Chekhov UN for Chekhov war crimes. Hold on a second, I've just finished.
Every time they bring something up, even at the end, right at the end, I was asking, whoa, and then I got answered. It was like, yo.
Every single little bit of detail has a purpose. As a writer, it can be easy to forget about small aspects or just look over certain elements, but Oddtaxi manages to juggle so many characters, so many different storylines, intertwining them into this chaotic mess that somehow becomes coherent when the end is in
Oh my
sight.
god, the masked gun dude.
One thing leads to another, which affects something else, which connects everything together. Tick after talk after tick after talk. The ebb and flow of this series is
Oh yeah, even him meeting that girl in that.
puzzle piece. No scene
The
unnecessary.
eraser of the game.
Piece of dialogue wasted. But for every new breadcrumb you are given, the whole picture slowly but surely becomes more visible. Plot lines intertwine. Characters crash into each other.
Oh
Tension
my
builds up
god.
until eventually everything is revealed.
That was emotional, man. I was a bit like, whoa.
It's absolutely incredible how much care and attention has gone into the writing here. There could be a scene where characters could be having this seemingly random conversation about the meta of Tinder profiles.
Yeah.
And you don't realise until a few episodes later that a piece of information was exchanged that gave a clue to what was really going on.
Yeah.
Or a single shot somehow foreshadowed what was about to come. It's like the writer has a chronic fear of loose ends, because no stone is left unturned
No,
or detail
not at all.
left unchecked. And here I am watching this being like, fuck, I can't even keep track of where I put my phone like 5 minutes ago.
I messaged my girlfriend yesterday morning being like, where's the TV remote? Even though I'd already turned the TV on. And the reason I was trying to find the remote was to up the volume. I'd left it in the kitchen.
Rounded stories surrounding the various casts that can hit a little bit too uncomfortably close to home sometimes.
yeah.
A lot of these characters just seems like dudes you've known, struggling with some kind of insecurity, and because of that, you want to root for them even through their worst decisions. There's a dude who's just obsessed with trying to get popular
He just wants to be on,
online,
yeah.
and, I don't know, can't really relate to that.
No, not at
There's
all.
this dude who's taking out loans to make it seem like he's as rich as he said he was in his Tinder
He wants to
profile.
seem
I'm
like he
come on,
makes
man.
money.
Can't you just be like a normal, sane person and subscribe to an OnlyFans like everyone else? For me, the standout one is the one related in episode 4, because this may be the single best standalone episode of this spring
It's
anime
boss.
season. At first, you're like, what kind of episode is this? We're focusing on a character we've never seen before, with no previous connection to the
No, we
plot,
did see him,
and from
like,
a missing
ever so
girl.
slightly at the end of one
Based on a guy
episode.
playing gacha games. What the hell is going on? But as this guy tells his story, you start to get absorbed from a simple boy who just wants to be accepted by his friends.
Yeah, man.
who just
And as it
wants to feel
escalates, it's
one
like,
of the cool
whoa,
kids
the dodo.
to
Oh.
an overly competitive obsession of collecting erasers.
Yeah.
One mistake leads to another. One domino follows another domino, follows another domino, follows another.
Yeah.
Every part of his life feels like he was fueled by the mistakes of his previous actions. You see the journey of a perfectly sane man spiral down into the darkest depths of gacha addiction because, well, this is his fate. This is what his life had led to.
Yeah.
This is what he was meant to do. And as this all plays out, his place in the story starts to make sense. The dots start connecting, and when everything's said and done, you have a man who's completely snapped because
He has
gets some
lost
bird in
it,
the
man.
gacha game. I mean, wow. What a psycho, right? Couldn't be me. Imagine losing your mind over a fucking dodo. Like, what? I mean, come on, it doesn't even have a swimsuit edition. It's rare to find storytelling as engrossing as this, and for God's sakes, it's about a guy playing a fucking gacha game. But this
Excuse me. I was very much like, what the frick? And then Ditch 11, and later on when it comes into it, the erasers and that.
Oh yeah, they're animals.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Look, I know what your first thought was when you saw these designs, because it was my first thought as well. Oh hey, another show to add to anime's furry phase we're apparently going through now. You know, it was cool when...
My girlfriend walked in while I was watching it and she was a bit like, I don't even want to know what this is about. And I was like, oh, you kind of do, but I'm not going to explain it.
I might just have to put on a fursuit myself and fucking woo myself to death. But honestly, I don't think it's actually anything like that. Because the fact that they're animals plays such a small part of the show.
Yeah.
In fact, it hardly plays any part of the show. A lot of these series blends human behavior with animal characteristics. But
Very clever. They're very clever with it. Like, oh my god.
To the point where a lot of people have thought that this was just a live-action drama in disguise. So why the fuck can't we just see that version?
I want to get married, I want to have babies. Before I'm like 26, do you have health insurance?
Actually, you know what? Let's just keep it down.
Yeah, no, what?
It's an absolute masterclass.
What was that?
I know a lot of people have looked over, and with it having just come recently to an end, it's been a while since I've seen a series this complete. With a mystery series as plot heavy as this, anime's had a bad rep recently of kind of dropping the ball when it came to the ending, or just leaving us with something
what was that?
unsatisfactory with everything it built up. Oddtaxi, however, didn't
what was it
just
called?
stick its landing.
Because he goes
It
back and
did a
saves
triple
his
double back
family.
flip
Oh my
twist,
god.
one hand tied behind his back, landed on 2 feet, and casually got gold in the Olympics in the process. It's been so long since I've seen an anime with a story that was just the full package from
It
start
was
to finish. Many
everything.
series have struggled and failed trying to juggle less than what's going on here. But by the final episode, the series not only managed to weave everything into one coherent narrative, made sure every check
But made everything made sense.
spectacular fashion, tied up all its loose ends, but it also somehow did it all seamlessly.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the flashy visuals or the big names behind it or the pre-existing fan base to hype it up, but what it does have is just pure, engrossing storytelling.
Definitely.
I know it's a busy season. I know there are much more high-profile titles out there. I know these animal character designs aren't the most appealing things in the world, but I do sincerely hope that more people check this
Definitely
out.
watch it
It's had
out. Oh
enough
my
battle
god.
from the start to get noticed, and I think a series like this was always going to be classified as that underwatched, underappreciated hidden gem. But you know what? Maybe we can change that.
Absolutely amazing anime. If you've not seen it, I highly recommend that you go check Oddtaxi out. It's 13 episodes, and the story is just absolutely boss. And the opening's sick, so I can't wait to have Mother's Basement check his What's in an OP breakdown on it. And there was a few things I noticed as I got to the last episode that made sense within the opening as well when you get to the end. But again, go watch the anime. It's absolutely incredible. And it's just interesting because I did a live stream on Sunday and I was asking for recommendations for new things to watch for this upcoming season, and no one could recommend anything for me. So I do feel like I'm going back and binging everything that I missed. I'm going to finish Dynazenon. I'm going to binge Nomad. And then if something pops up this season that people all of a sudden go, oh my god, it's great, I'll check it out. Until then, awesome. Thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video, if you just click the link in the description, that'll take you to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask for your support. Highly appreciated. And thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos, and I'll see you guys next time.